Oilers postgame following a overtime victory over the Camrose Okotoks, and you couldn't have asked a better time to get your first Alberta Junior Hockey League goal than we did here in overtime. Nick Wolfenberg joins us, and Nick, quite simply, take me through that first Alberta Junior Hockey League goal and the situation that it was in overtime.
So obviously I jumped off the bench, had a couple switches with Huck, just tried to pick some guys, and I ended up with the puck, wheeled around the net, just tried to get my feet moving, and then I just saw it was empty, so I decided to shoot, and it obviously went in.
And on top of that, this Oiler team you got the lead to start things off. You give up the lead in the second period. You get the game-tying goal. Just a 60-minute effort here. What was it like to be in? It truly had the playoff feelings that you guys are acclimatizing to in the home stretch here.
Yeah, obviously it was a great 60-minute effort. We kind of had a lapse in the second period. But otherwise it was a good game, and it's good to get that kind of playoff feel for a lot of our young guys under our belts, and then move on from here and keep rolling into the postseason.
You came back in the lineup in late December, and you haven't been out of the lineup. I think you've only missed one game since. What's it like in your return to this Oiler team at the right time, and your development, and finally cashing in on a goal, which I know is not the biggest thing for you, but it's obviously a huge boost?
Obviously I was out for a while there. Just tried to stay positive, do what I could off the ice to keep myself in shape so that I could come back and be an impact on the team. The guys, they found ways to win without me, so it's pretty much them, and I'm just here to try and help out in any way that I can.
Busy stretch again for this Oiler team next week. The Canmore Eagles are your opponent on Tuesday, and then Drayton Valley at home and Blackfalds on Saturday. The games just keep getting bigger and bigger, and how does one prepare for another long stretch?
Obviously the games are getting bigger as we try and catch Drum and obviously Camrose up into that second and third spot. But everybody's just got to stick to their routine, keep doing what they're doing, because obviously it's been working lately.
Got one more for you. This team dropped 8 in a row at home, now won 5 straight at home, and you've kind of been on the outside for the first part, but now part of it on the 5 straight. What does it mean to win in front of almost capacity crowd that this team could have had tonight?
Obviously, it's great having the fans here. They really help the energy, help us out when we were getting to some lulls there. But it's obviously better to win just in general. But it's nice to win at home with all the people watching and supporting us.
I lied to you. I have one more because I totally forgot about this. But the 5-minute penalty that ends up happening, you guys kill it off, and you actually had chances to score a couple times. You're in that trenches here, and obviously that was the character that got this team to overtime. But what was it like on that penalty kill at the end?
Obviously it's stressful going out 5 minutes. It's a big kill, but we're happy to help Jammernick out. It felt really good to kill that off, gave us some momentum to roll into overtime with, and really helped us.
Nick, congratulations on your first goal, and more importantly the victory, and we'll see you on Tuesday here against Canmore.
Perfect, thanks Gino.
Now joining me is Oilers assistant coach Reid Hnatowich. Reid, take me in this game from minute 1 to when finally Nick Wolfenberg gets that overtime winner for this Okotoks Oiler team. Big 2 points, but all around as close to a 63-minute effort I think an Oiler team could expect.
Yeah, I really liked our first. I thought we did well at generating our offensive opportunities. I think we outshot them quite substantially in that first period. Heading into that second, I think we got away a lot from the aggressiveness on our forecheck. We didn't do as well in the middle with regards to our draws and winning those. And then just our D, lack of skating, lack of confidence. I thought in that third period really kind of picked it up, band together, and fought hard. We had that big penalty kill, so heavy kudos on all of our PKers. I thought that was dynamite tonight in terms of the pace, flow, energy with it. And then, heading into that overtime, I thought we sustained quite nicely with our pressure and managed the puck.
Pretty much answered the next question I was going to ask you about the penalty kill, but when you get that 5 minutes, there's 7:23 left on the clock when that penalty's taken down. I think the Oilers of 2021 would probably have packed her in and been a little nervous and scared, but that didn't happen. Aggressive, Brendan Boyle and Riegel Lorenz started that off, and you really gave Camrose not a whole lot, and then when you did, Jack McNaughton was Jack McNaughton.
Yeah, and that's the biggest one. We in those situations. Got to make sure our goaltender's the best player, especially on that PK, but I thought we did a really good job with the forecheck, really good aggressiveness in the corners and keeping their pressure and their shots towards that outside. And then, you know what, even in that 5 minutes, we had a couple offensive opportunities as well because we were quick, went into the blue line with good sticks and turned over pucks. So just kind of maintaining that and that energy and focus on the PK was what brought us success.
Nick Wolfenberg, he's one of the last 2 Oilers to score a goal this season. He gets his first in overtime. It's been a journey for him. Came in with a lot of praise at the start of the season, gets hurt right away, comes back into the lineup, and hasn't really missed a beat, and he finally gets his first Alberta Junior Hockey League goal.
Yeah, he you know, he's a big body, he's aggressive, super excited with his potential and what he can kind of bring to this team. I think, you know, obviously that injury was a big blow to him, you know, and the team, to be honest with you. He brings a big physical presence to that back end, but I thought him coming back into this situation, obviously there's going to be those growing pains where he hasn't been skating, he hasn't been playing for those couple months where he's been injured, but he's managed it quite nicely, and he's slowly starting to ease into that productive, predominant piece that we expect from him.
This team had a 8-game losing skid at home. You now won 5 in a row. It just feels like everything that was kind of in paper and ready to roll with the months of October, November have kind of spilled over here into January, what's been the best month for this Oiler team so far.
Yeah, and you know, like we always were confident with the group of players that we had. We got into some injury troubles, you know, and a lot of guys doing jobs that you know, they were kind of forced into. So now that we have people back and we can put in our consistent lineup and get that nice flow with the lines 60, it is making a difference. So super excited with that.
Last one, the Canmore Eagles here on Tuesday. They come off a big win against Spruce Grove here this weekend, a team that has beat it a couple of times, overtime and that, and it's definitely another measuring stick game and another opportunity to just get closer and closer to the 3 seed in the South Division.
Yeah, and with them, like they like to play with speed. Obviously, we're going to go sit and we'll review the game that they had tonight and reflect, do some video on that. But the biggest thing with that team, they pressure quick throughout that middle. They're fast, so the quicker we can kind of slow them down, the more aggressive we can be on their forechecks, break up plays early, the more success we'll have against them.
Congratulations on the win, Coach, and 23-20-2 now on the season for the Okotoks Oilers. We'll see you Tuesday right here at Payson against Canmore.
Thanks, Gino.